Hello, and welcome to the vlog. Hi, I'm Jim from Whatnot Adventures. I hope you're having a good day. We're having a pretty good day here. Today we are in Augusta, Georgia, downtown area in what's called the Old Town Section. There's a lot of fantastic historic homes here. But in the middle of this street, which is Broad Street, is the Augusta, Georgia's place where they honor all those that have served. And I thought we would take a look today at this and pay our respects. So let's go see what we shall see. So we are at 4th and Broad Street, and right over on the other side of that bridge is what's considered the start of the downtown area of Augusta. And right behind me is the All Wars Memorial here. You'll probably see on either side some of the older historic homes as we go through here. It's a pretty nice area. So here we have a monument dedicated to the glory of God and to the veterans of all wars. And this was dedicated November the 11th, 1983. And they've got some benches. Then they have this nice path goes down to the next memorial. Let me show you some of these houses on the way. Wow. It says the Korean War. Always remember. Isn't this nice? Down here at the bottom, they have the seals for the Department of the Air Force, the Department of the Army, the U.S. Coast Guard, the Marine Corps, and the Navy. Let's go back over here. Wow. It says June the 25th, 1950 to July the 27th, 1953. And here are the names of those that made the supreme sacrifice. It's kind of hard to see, but there's Aiken County, South Carolina, Jefferson County, Georgia, Allendale County, South Carolina, Barnwell County, South Carolina, Burke County, Columbia County, Georgia, Edgefield County, South Carolina, Emmanuel County, Georgia, Glasscock County, Georgia, Hancock County, Georgia, Jenkins County, Georgia, McCormick County, South Carolina, Richmond County, Georgia, Screven County, Georgia, and Washington County, Georgia, and Wilkes County, Georgia. Wow. Well, we certainly honor them and pay our respects. And I really, truly am grateful for their supreme sacrifice. Wow. And then back here, they have some information. This memorial was dedicated December the 4th, 2004. And then there's a list of the United States casualties in Korea. I'm just going to go ahead and pan down here. I had no idea. The number that served in the Korean War was 1,789,000. The number served worldwide, 5,720,000. And at the base, they have some really wise words of wisdom here. Freedom is not free. How true is that? And this section is the major U.S. combat unit casualties in Korea. And that lists all the different divisions. And then here, the major U.S. combat decorations. And this section shows the Republic of Korea casualties of the war. Killed in action, 58,127. Wounded, 175,743. Prisoners are missing, 166,297. Civilian deaths, 1,400,000. And then it lists other countries, other United Nations forces casualties. And it lists all the countries. And then the North Korea casualties. Killed or wounded was 522,000. Prisoners, 102,000. Civilian deaths estimated at 1,400,000. And the Republic of China casualties, killed or wounded, 945,000. Prisoners, 22,000. Wow. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. I'm so grateful to be here today, to be able to be free. Certainly want to thank all those who have served, those who gave their supreme sacrifice, and those that are serving us today. Thank you so much. And as we continue on, this little monument is dedicated to the recipients of the nation's oldest military decoration, the Purple Heart. My stone is red for the blood they shed. The medal I bear is my country's way to show they care. If I could be seen by all mankind, maybe peace will come in my lifetime. And that was erected by A. James Dias Chapter 425, the Military Order of the Purple Heart. And then again, they have the crests for the different departments of the military. How nice is that? That's amazing. And right behind that monument We have this one, the Augusta CSRA Vietnam War Veterans Memorial, Freedom of Spirit Eagle. This is known as the Soldier's Cross. This Vietnam War Soldier's Cross is placed in memory of all service members who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our nation in Vietnam. You are not forgotten. How true is that? Thank you again. Wow. And on either side of the Soldier's Cross Monument, they have a couple of benches. And then here is this huge memorial. This is entitled Spirit of Freedom. And at the base it says, all gave some gave all. And how true is that? And in the center, there's a map, the Vietnam War Theater. It's depicting North Vietnam, the demilitarized zone, and South Vietnam. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial. This memorial is dedicated to the brave Vietnam veterans of the Central Savannah River area, the CSRA, who served in the Vietnam Theater from 1954 to 1975, and to the members of the armed forces who served around the world during the Vietnam War era. Here are those from the Army, the U.S. Army, their supreme sacrifice. They are listed here. And here, the U.S. Marine Corps, the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Air Force, and military casualties. Total U.S. military casualties in Vietnam and bordering countries from 1954 to 1975 were 58,221. These casualties included 1,325 servicemen who were POW MIAs. And then he gives some more statistics about the war. As of January the 19th, 2018, there are 830 POW MIAs still missing. The following CSRA veterans were POW MIAs during this conflict. That's a beautiful, beautiful monument. And on the back here, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Marine Corps, the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Coast Guard. Well, that was a quick little visit here at the All Wars Memorial in Augusta, Georgia. It's always good to stop by and see the memorials, pay our respect, have a moment of meditation, and think about those that served, those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and be grateful. Well, folks, it's your turn to go out, find this, that, and the other, the whatnots in your life. And until next time, take care, be safe, bye.